Goody. Oh, forgot to plug in my mic. I said hello. Calling all plant medicine people. I'll keep this video concise. If you practice plant medicine, this video is for you. If you practice it seriously, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. Or if you know someone that practices some sort of shaman, plant medicine man, etc. What up, man? All right, yeah. All right, hear me out. What up, Swan Chidori Smith? You started? Did the game start already?
Yeah, but Jima doesn't have any pantalones on.
Yeah, just leave the lid open, or I'll make a note right now. Actually. Oh, depends. I remember. No pen. Just kidding. All right, hear me out. You know how plant medicine has always been plant medicine. It's always to fix something, to cure something. Gimme. I want more clarity. I want more enthusiasm. I want more direction. I want more excitement. I want more love. I want more joy. I want. What movie is that? Oh, I want cookies. I want mommy. I want. It's a movie line from Hook. We're always asking for shit, basically, is what I'm saying. When we connect with plant spirits, etc. Why? Why is that? Love from Kenya. What up? Hello, Hessa. Good morning / good evening. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Super excited for your frankincense to get here, Hessa. Super excited to burn some frankincense. Straight from, where are you from? Dubai. All right. Why are we not doing plant medicine ceremonies outside of that? And so here's sort of the thing. I've asked a few, probably 3 or 4 different people. So given my example, or my given my sample size is extremely small, I don't know very many medicine people, and I asked the same question. They all seem to be sort of they're very strict on how the plant is used. Understandably so, because a lot of people can take something like that and pervert it, which you've done. Well, think tobacco, for example. Tobacco is one of the most sacred plants to certain native tribes, and now it's this cancer stick that is thrown everywhere and is completely perverted. And so I get the idea where they want to keep the plant sacred. The whole idea is keep the plant sacred. I'm down for that. One of my question is there a way in which we can keep the plant sacred and also do something other than healing, which a lot of the time emphasizes that there's something wrong with you in the first place? If we can sort of accept who we are in the first place, like we're always sort of taught to believe, then we don't need healing, period. Albeit, I'm sure there's a handful of very specific types of healing and very specific types of circumstances. Maybe someone has an extreme illness, or an extreme paranoia of death, or maybe they had a near-death experience and their whole life changed and they want to, sort of work out the kinks. But a lot of the run-of-the-mill people, sure, we have problems, but on the bigger scale of things, we have good opportunities. We have a comfortable roof over our heads. We love others and we are loved ourselves. It's like, if there's 1,000 plant ceremonies, then there's 1,000 instances of people saying, I need this, I want this, I need this, I want this, heal me, gimme, earth, fix my problems. And I was driving in the truck today and I thought, man, I would be really bummed if I was the spirit. This is me speaking on my own personal lens, so with a grain of salt. If I was ayahuasca and everyone came to me just asking for shit, gimme, like I said, this whole video, gimme, I'd be pretty bummed. Like, would you want to be the friend who people come to and they all just take from you and they don't necessarily give too much back? And I know we do the plant offerings or the ceremony offerings. Some people, you can bring candles or you can, it's like, but it seems not enough, man. Hear me out. What if we started practicing ritual to celebrate something, to give thanks and praise for something? You know what I mean? To sort of acknowledge the beauty and not ask for anything. Not ask for clarity, not ask for more confidence in your endeavors, not to ask you, not to ask for anything, but to say, hey, I'm coming here because I want to party. A good, clean, fun, sweet, sincere, genuine party. Good old fiesta. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like, I'm not talking people acting stupid and perverting the plant medicine, or I don't even want to call it plant medicine anymore. I want to call it the plant spirit. I don't want to. I don't mean to pervert the plant spirit. I just mean to celebrate with and amongst the spirits, the guides. You know, instead of asking for one, to give to them and not give them a bottle of wine someone brought to a couple ones that I've been to, or like a rolled up bundle of herbs or something. It's like Gaia doesn't need bundles of fucking white sage as an offering. You guys, she is white sage. What she wants is you. She wants your energy. She wants your attention. She wants your acknowledgement. She wants you to contribute to the beauty of her existence. Why not start holding ceremonies that are for that? A well-defined specific container for celebrating life and enjoying the connection with the plant spirits. Why not? Of course, I'm not saying get rid of the healing plant medicine ceremonies, just saying that'll be a completely different container for said medicines. Why can't we have, because we sort of create whatever sort of interaction with the world that we want. So if some of the most powerful subconscious subconscious tinkers, or programs to reprogram the subconscious mind, psychedelics are it. Plant medicines are it. I even keep saying these plant spirits, they're it. Whatever world you want to create, you are nature. Are you not? Is it not your role to sort of usher in through the etheric that which you find most beautiful, divine? Am I making sense? Hopefully this isn't too much to ask. And in my head, it sounds perfectly reasonable to have that train of thought and to go through it with these plant spirits. But like I said, I brought this up with a couple different plant people, and they humored the idea. They acknowledged the idea like proper people, like a proper summon of their caliber should at least acknowledge it. So they acknowledged it. They heard me. They understood it, but I could feel it even without them having to say a word, that they weren't down for it. It was almost like, and I could see like, Neo flexed in the hallway when you first stopped all the bullets and the walls sort of rippled around him. That was sort of what I saw happen to the plant medicine people. The energy around them almost went, whoa, and I almost collapsed on them, and they were like, nah. Nah, Keith. Yeah, I hear you, Keith. Sounds like a good idea, Keith. But no, we're plant medicine. People need to be healed, and they do. I'm not negating the fact that they need to be healed. I'm just saying, hey, man. What if you had a plant medicine retreat that was Harry Potter themed? See, I even said medicine again. What if you had a plant spirit retreat with all your favorite plant spirits, all of them, and you created your own Hogwarts retreat, Hogwarts Hopscotch Express, and you just did your thing with the plants, and you sang the songs, and you ate the food, and you merrymaked, and you told stories, and you just expressed how wonderful it is to be alive and to enjoy your relationship with this world under, the coolest lens that you can for the evening or for the weekend. You know what I mean? But but it not be like partying, right? Because you could say, well, that's sort of what music festivals are for. And that's like the bridge. That's like the halfway point. It's kind of what I'm talking about, but also kind of not what I'm talking about, because um I containers mean a lot. How we define something, it does so much for the thing that we don't even realize. The more you can define something with specifics and with intention, the more you're going to get out of it. The You know what I mean? And music festivals to me are like, some people are using plant medicines. Some people are just trying to dose their faces off and dance all night. Some people are trying to dose their faces off and like stumble around all night. So there's all sorts of stuff happening in between, and there's giant cuddle puddles, and like there's a whole bunch of shit going on. I mean, you know what I mean? So I was talking to High Elven about it, and even she was like, I told her, and she sounded stoked on it. She was super stoked on it. She was saying, "Oh my God, I could do Elven chanting from Lord of the Rings, right? So she could chant in Elven, the philosophy and spirituality of the Elvish race in the Tolkien world. Um, it's practically spiritualism, New Age. It's all love and light. It's all the law of attraction. It's all with thinking stuff. It's all the hermetic principles, right? And it has to be. All good stories do contain truths. It's what makes them so powerful, why we subconsciously attach to them so much. I was like, oh man, see, we're learning the same things. We're acknowledging that there is something greater than us that can't manifest unless we all come together. um we witness the beauty of the world and of the natural world and the unnatural world, the supernatural world, all of it. But we just change the lens a bit, and maybe it's the sort of Aries in me where I'm always wanting new things, and I'm sort of thinking of that train of thought. But it's like, so what? I can't be the only one with these thoughts. You know what I mean? Um, Let me see through your guys' comments. Oh, you guys been busy. Hessa, hello. Merriman Z, Michael, Miriam, FS, Hala Girls, what up? Khalifa, Noah Goddess. That's the title, and I'm here. Nice. I'm glad you guys came. Jogon, Michael, Anxi. Len K. Hello, Len K. Thank you guys for joining the YouTube community. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, you can, and being part of our sort of extraterrestrial, extracurricular and extraterrestrial, I guess, groups, meetings. We do them, and that's for the people who join the community. And the join button is right there. Otherwise, keep enjoying the show. I'm still putting out all the same free content. Enjoy. Jogon, DJ Jaguar, what up? Why did I woke up today marked or scarred? I never seen before. What's the meaning? You were probably abducted last night, Holmes. Shit. Lock your doors at night. Say your prayers. Peace, fam. Drogon, but isn't the plants taking over? I don't know what you mean by that, Drogon. Well, I'm not sure the relevance to the whole spiel as to plants taking over. Could you be more specific? My bad. Where are we at? Almost done catching up. Yes, Noah, connect with the spirits and show gratitude. Connect with the spirit. And like that's it though. Not connect with the spirits and show gratitude so that we can get what we want. You know what I mean? Like you show up to ceremony and you go, "Oh, I'm so grateful for all these things and I'm going to give them to you, all my white sage bundles and all my frankincense resin and all my homemade beeswax candles," and then give them out. And in reality, we're just doing it so that we can get something back, which is the whole reason why we're there. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Why the fuck shouldn't we get things? It's only natural that we receive, in other words. But wouldn't it be nice to show up and bless just to bless? Just to pay it forward one ceremony out of the 100 that we're holding? You know what I mean? I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah. I mean, like, are the plants not of their own power? Yeah. Yes. Plants are of their own power to a certain degree. Yeah. We are pretty young in the sense of time. That's debatable, Jogun, because I don't. What do you mean by you mean the human race? Homo sapien is young, but you know what I mean. You could be an old soul. You could be a soul that's been around for a long time. You could have been part of another bipedal, upright walking sort of mammal or reptilian or fish merman woman, in the past few million years. So you could say the human vessel that is Homo sapien is extremely new, but the consciousness operating this vessel, maybe not so. Maybe not so. Natural by nature. Hello, that name sounds familiar. Did you do something? Did you interact with the channel in any way recently? Smoke an herb when herb is its own consciousness is a power of its own. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there though. That's why I said calling all plant medicine people is because, who knows? This is just a stab in the dark, but maybe we could put together something that doesn't involve or that is something new. I've hosted sort of, or the land has hosted. I don't host them personally, like 4 or 5 plant medicine retreats now. So we're definitely doing our part to heal those that need it and want it, but I've done 0 plant medicine. I've done 0 plant spirit celebrations, which is what I would like to do, plant spirit celebrations instead of plant healing, plant medicine. You know what I mean? It's and partly why I think about this so much is because over and over again in the Kabbalion, Emerald Tablets type shit, they talk about rising above the swing of the pendulum. That we can't negate the swing of the pendulum. We can't stop it from swinging to positive or swinging to negative. We can't do that. We can just observe the swing. We can choose when to participate in the swing. Think of an actual swing. We can put energy in the swing when it goes forward, and then we can put energy when it goes backwards, so that we can sort of ride the wave instead of having the ride waving us. Or a third option is rising above the swing altogether to where we're not a part of it at all. You know what I mean? Like we have risen above the swing. Point being, Keith got to the goddamn point. Point being, to have one thing, you must have its opposite. To have hot, you're automatically introducing cold. You cannot have one thing without its opposite. Opposites define each other. Check. Got it. Nailed it. 101, Keith. Next. If you hold 1,000 plant healing ceremonies or plant medicine ceremonies, to heal is to imply hurt, and to have medicine is to imply that there is a venom, or what's the antonym of medicine? I don't know. Dishealth. And there is such thing as those two things. You know what I mean? I don't mean to negate, say that there's nothing wrong with me. Like there are things that are wrong with me and things that need to be dealt with in all of us. I understand that. All I'm saying is what about switching it up? Because we can get caught in that rut. You know what I mean? I've met people who have told me, man, I've gone to so many plant medicine ceremonies. I've gone to so many, all of them. I lost count. I still have some stuff to work through though. And I'm like, dude, you seem pretty fucking good to me. Like, how many more times do you need to dive in through ayahuasca, which is deep as fuck, by the way, and do these medicine healing things? Like, bro, you're good. Like, take a year off. Integrate, actually apply said lessons, like they live in the real world, and use what you've brought through to create here. And so, like, again, I'm speaking from one lens. So this could be just be my experience. Doesn't have to necessarily be yours. Just feel like it would be really cool if people were putting, the energy into healing and matching that frequency, that energy into like anything else. Anything else. Play, joy, hey, let's all drink magic potion tea in the woods this weekend and think about how we can make the world's most technically advanced sigil amongst all our 9 brains, and or let's toast to Mother Earth. Hey guys, I made homemade wine out back. I got about 5 gallons of it. Let's invite some of the squad. We're gonna toast to Mama Earth tonight, bitches. I got a pocket full of magic plant potion. Who's with me? That type of shit. And there's, like I said, there's a million different ways. And this is coming from Keith. This isn't coming from, I am a plant medicine man. I have no titles. I have no accolades telling me that I'm anything. This is straight my opinion. Let it be noted on that. But I personally believe that, say, San Pedro, I personally believe that cactus is not limited to healing, fixing broken souls. Like that plant can be used for whatever the fuck we want it to, because what these spirits do is they connect us to the other side via our own subconscious mind, right? You got to go in to get out. So what these tools do for us is they allow us to tap into our subconscious mind through different lenses, and we sort of interact with spirits that are more or less tied to those things. And then it's like, okay, now what? Oh, you want healing? All right, cool, I got you, fam. Oh, you want healing? Cool, I got you, fam. Oh, you want healing? Cool, I got. Oh, you want clarity? Cool, I got. Oh, you want to fix something? I got you. Oh, you want more confidence? Like, is that you just want shit from me? Like, you didn't come to party? Like, ayahuasca ain't chilling there one night going, don't you want to just chill? Like, hang out, smoke a bowl, and play some video games? I don't know. I'm just like, we're talking some magical ass plants and items, man, and we just stare at them through this lens of we're all just the worst people ever, and we need to take 1,000 shots of plant juice to fix ourselves, and maybe even more, because life is nothing but an endless journey of me trying to fix myself. I feel like I left the Catholic religion that just told me I was born with sin and I'll always have sin and have to confess all the goddamn time to the priest. Hey, priest, I was jacking off the other day, my bad. And priest was like, it's all good, Keith. Just say some Hail Marys and stop jacking off. All right, thanks, priest. All right, see you later. And then I jumped into spirituality, and it's like, you need to fix yourself all the time. You need to do shadow work. You need to lick this toad. You need to lick this toad's asshole because you got to be a better person. You got to lick it like 10 times. I'm going to poison you with some tree fog. It's called Cambo. You're going to feel like you're going to die for 15 minutes. What is it? Poison. Poison. Yeah, it's frog venom. The natives put this on the arrows to kill monkeys in the trees. You know what I mean? Again, I'm being facetious right now. Now I'm just being a dick. Sorry to the plant medicine folk out there. You guys do a extremely necessary job. I'm just talking shit. Yes, healing is needed. I get it from all of them. But man, I feel like we're cutting ourselves short. We could be having so much fun, and we're not. Or at least not necessarily. Yeah. I can smell it. It smells delicious. This video has now turned into a mukbang. Brussels sprouts, man. Brussels sprouts. All right. Stephanie, what's cracking? Catch 22. How do you do? Jared, plant people. Where we at? You guys been busy in the comment section. Should I read all your comments and ignore you for a second? I know people hate that and they start exiting out of the video. So if you were questioning whether or not you should exit out of the video right now, this video is especially for you because we're trying to party in the woods with homemade wine, peach cobbler, at least 2 or 3 wooden kegs of ale, preferably wheat style. Belgian wheat style. We need you. Oh, thank you, Natural. Thank you. All right, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Comment. The Brussels sprouts are not roasted. I believe they are they're fried. No, they're steamed. They're steamed. Steamed Brussels sprouts. David, I'm happy you do. Hildegard, my first full-grown cannabis plant is right next to me. I'm about to start a new mushroom grow. Everyone should grow mushies. It's so easy. Hildegard. You guys see this, by the way? You guys see what's dangling? What up? What up? Nice. I think I'm caught up to comments. I don't want a mushy to go to my head. Then don't eat them, Daniel. More for us. I'm almost done catching up to you guys' comments. My bad. Camilo, to answer your question, yes, yes, no, yes. Yes, no, yes. Oh, Cambo, yes, I've tried Cambo. All of those except for peyote. Yeah. Oh, that was song lyrics? My bad. Speaking of song lyrics, should I play a song right now that's totally gonna get this video demonetized? I want to play that. What's his name? The sky might fall. The sky might fall, but I'm not worried at all. Hey, I let him know some. Gotta come up. Sky might fall. Maybe I can play a cover. That way I don't get tagged with a copyright. Sky Might Fall piano cover? Gangster. Audio quality is god awful, homie, but you're slaying it. I like it. I do. All right. Oh, New Age to Jesus thing? I have talked about it, but we can talk about it again if you want, Catch 22, because it's worth it. um, which is weird. I can't listen to this. I'm just trying to find a nice cover, man. I can't do it. Bummer. All right, people today seem to be going from New Age to spirituality to Jesus and shunning this. I know someone who did it personally, and this happened like 5 years ago. This girl I went to high school with, who was not her nor I, neither one of us were spiritual folk to any degree. I was just a total jock. She was a cheerleader. Flash forward to like 2000, probably 13, 14. She does a tarot reading for me, and I'm like, "Oh, you're into tarot?" She's like, "Yeah." Like, am I ever? Does a whole spread and slays it. Like this, she was looking into my soul, and she name dropped a couple of things. She was on it. It was probably the most on point. It was the most on point card reading that I've ever had done for me since, and this was in like 2013. And I thought, damn, Jessica, like you what? Like, where'd this even come from? She's like, oh, I just kind of been into it. Like, it was her thing. Like, didn't have a YouTube channel, didn't have an Instagram. It wasn't like she was slaying stuff so that she can fucking shake her ass on camera and be like, look how sexy I am. Plus, I do tarot cards. Come buy my shit. If you're doing that, hats off to you. My point being is that she just did it. I guess the point I'm trying to make is she was legit, because she was legit. Didn't charge me. It just came natural. Flash forward a couple years, I'm like, Jessica, I need your help. I need you to do another tarot reading for me. I'll pay your ass. Actually, I said I am going to pay you because this is amazing that you do it. You should be doing this for a living. And she goes, no, I'm not into that anymore. Long story short, found Jesus, tarot's the devil. And I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, shit. And she's all, yeah. And that was that. I was all, all right, my bad. We'll talk to you later. So. Between the veil, not much is new, man. Just doing oh. We started a YouTube community. You'll notice the little join button under the video. That's because we're super official now. That's all that means. We're going to start shaking our ass on camera when we get big enough so that we can get more subscribers. Shake the pop. Damn it, Jesus got another one. Anywho, yeah, that was a personal one I knew. And then I didn't hear anything about people leaving tarot for Jesus. Until within the past year, really. And then it sort of popped up hard again. And there's people were making videos about it, and it was coming up a bunch. And I was talking about it. And I had someone on the live that was talking about it, that knew more about it. Some people say it's spiritual warfare. I have an idea. I think I might know what it's from. Hear me out. Let me get a couple more bites because this is delicious. All right. Here's what's happening. There was a green olive in that bite. Oh, that was tasty. All right. A part of me feels like all of the gods exist to a certain degree or another, and they are fed by us. To worship something is to give it strength, is to materialize said thing even more. And I first thought about this from this game I used to play called Age of Empires. It's a strategy game. So you start off with your main base, 3 villagers. You send them off to collect resources. You build your empire. You advance your empire. You go kill other empires. It's called Age of Empires. Dopest game ever. You should play it. In this game, one of the variations of this game, you played as different civilizations, and you could access their gods. So you had your horse and chariot, your knight, your archers, your crossbowmen, your javelin throwers, paladins. You have all. Well, it wasn't paladins. That's way after, but your axe throwers. Anywho, and then you had your god units. You could summon Poseidon, for example. Well, in order to rack up points, you had to build a temple, and then you had to send your villagers to worship at the temple. And by worshiping at the temple, you built your god energy. You have your gold and your wood and your food, and you had your spiritual energy that you got from worshiping the temple. And I've always thought about that as just a like a thought experiment. Like, oh, what if that's how it works? We sort of give energy into these entities, we define them with their role, and then we pour worship into them, and they sort of materialize as completely sentient beings that exist outside of us, like a tulpa, but in the physical and other countless realms, because we're humans and we're creators. It's sort of the inherent power that we have. And now I'm reading this book series, which basically talks about the same exact. The power of the god depends upon how relevant they are to the human race. So gods like Zeus are super powerful, and then some of your Celtic gods that no one knows about are more or less weaker because no one worships him. I notice I'm taking a long time to talk about the Jesus thing. I'm getting to it right now. When shit hits the fan, they say there's no atheists in foxholes. Meaning, when you're about to die, a foxhole is a hole that you dig out in wartime, and there's machine gun shells flying everywhere, and there's fucking bombs blowing up and shit, and you're hiding in your foxhole, trying to stay alive. And in that moment, if you're atheist, you're now praying to Jesus, because you're gonna die, and that's what we do when we're faced with our own mortality. We go, we try our best to make sure that we're going somewhere after we die. So they say there's no atheists in foxholes. I'm thinking, what if that's what's happening to the people who are spiritual that go Jesus? What if they have a sort of, there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole? Not to say that, the spiritual community are atheists, but that, say shit hits the fan for a particular person, and they're spooked by, say they're having nightmares or terrors, or bad things aren't going their way, and they're like, fuck this, like they hit rock bottom. Let's say they hit rock bottom and they throw all their energy into their deity of choice, their deepest subconscious programming of their deity. Most people, it's Jesus, because Jesus is the most popular deity on the planet right now. If we, that's just it. He's the most popular. So that's most of the time. That's where people aren't going to be like, I gave it all up, I'm going back to Raw. You know what I mean? Like, you guys shouldn't practice. That's the devil. You should return to Raw. It's like, no, Raw's been fucking dead culturally for 4,000, 2,000 years. Like, no one's going back to Ra. In other words, you're going to Jesus because he's the most prevalent deity that people grow up with. And so you throw all your energy into this thing that does exist under this sort of hypothesis, or this hypothesis. And then you get the energy out of it because you're now tapping into that deity. And because you're tapping into that deity properly, you are now getting what you should get out of. You know what I mean? Like, you put your money, you put 1 quarter in the machine, you get 1 credit. And so you're now putting in all your energy into Jesus, you get the equal amount of energy back. I'm not saying that is what's happening, but I'm saying I'm sort of leaning to that's what's happening. You know what I mean? Which isn't bad, by the way. If Jesus heals you by God, he heals you. However, the thing with certain deities is they can be dicks. The 10 Commandments, for example, say, "Thou shalt have no other gods besides me." And they go, okay, fair enough. But now they're going to war with the entire world because they have varying religious beliefs, which has been pretty much one of the number one things to go to war with for all of eternity. Is my God is better than yours. My Kung Fu is better than your Shaolin. It's the same shit over and over again. So there's nothing wrong with going to Jesus, you guys. This is what I'm getting at. There's nothing wrong if someone goes to Jesus and they get their life together. Like, that's what we want. My homegirl Jessica, if her life is perfect right now, I would not convince her to stop. Like, you shouldn't, like, oh, I can't believe that you went back to Jesus. You should be reading tarot cards. Like, fuck off. She happy? Yes, then leave her alone. Plain and simple. And so when, people start throwing their religious views down other people's throats in the form of like bullets and shit is where it's sort of where it goes south. Other people will say it's spiritual warfare with what's going on, and deep state stuff and brainwashing people, and like that could be it. I don't know about all that. More so focusing on like the quality of energy that seems to be floating around the atmosphere at the moment. You know what I mean? Yep, get some dreads, Bodhi. I'm going back on your comments because you guys have good conversations. You were a jock? Yes, I was a jock. I wasn't a jerk, but maybe I was. I don't think so. Chilled. I didn't party. Played video games on the weekends. Hung out with my girlfriend. I wasn't a typical jock. I hung out with the break dancers at lunch because I was a break dancer, but I also played football and baseball and got a scholarship to play baseball for university up in San Francisco. So I played baseball on scholarship. Like, I fucking slayed. I was a damn good ball player. Don't get me wrong. Jesus is tarot. Yeah, it's gonna get called jocks. I'm not Christian at all, but experienced that Jesus energy once. Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, put it this way, Len K. if you can hold rituals and tap into the goddess Hathor and feel the energy, because it exists, and then you meditate with a fucking crystal, a rock, and you feel the rock pulsating off your third eye. Put another rock under your balls, those start bouncing around. Basically, you can tap into whatever you want to tap into as a human. And if it doesn't exist, it's your job to define that thing, create it as its own sort of manifest thing, pour energy into it, it becomes a thing. You can tap into Jesus, tap into Zeus, Ra, Thoth, Odin, fucking the coyote, the Native American coyote, like Quetzalcoatl. You can tap into whatever you want. They're all out there. All of these sort of energies exist somewhere, somehow. At least their quality of energy does, and you can tap into that thing with proper work and determination to any of it, including Jesus, including it, you know. But yeah. Thank you for the links, Agent Smith. Hey, see, Len K, that's exactly why. That's exactly why I got an Agent Smith emoji, so that when Smith dropped the links, that you could drop the Smith emoji. Damn, it worked out. So it worked out. Just, I love it when a good plan comes through. I do. I really do. That makes me happy. Well played, Len K. If you guys join the community, you get access to cool emojis like the John Smith one. And you get to support the channel. So thank you guys who've done so. Len K, thank you so much. Thank you. That's, if you guys are wondering why people's names are popping up in different colors, that's why. Except for Smith. He's got a crescent, he's got a wrench next to his name because he's part of the Matrix. However, we've befriended one of the Matrix and homies now. So Dankage. His energy is gentle and loving. Nice. I would imagine, you know, I was raised Catholic, so obviously I was like praying and doing the sacrifice and the communion and the confession. So I was doing all the rituals. That didn't really die. I did, but I don't know. I never made it a point. I was just going through the motions because I was a kid. You know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to tap into it now and see what it felt like. But Jesus, according to the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, is super homies. He's all forgiving. He's extremely thankful. He's wise. Got some cool stories. His first miracle was turning water into wine. Endless amounts of fish and bread. Like exorcising demons. Jesus is a G. Like, by all means, if you guys are turning to Jesus, do not think that I'm going to stop you in any way, shape, or form. Because Jesus, as an entity, as he's seen by the world, is a beautiful spirit of a light. The hairy part is that the New Testament is attached to the Old Testament, and the God of the Old Testament was literally everything Jesus preached against. He was not forgiving. He was not loving. He did not exorcise demons. He didn't even save a woman from being stoned to death at his prophet's doorstep. He was like, nah, prophet, we've got things to talk about. She was a whore. Let her be stoned. And she was stoned to death on his doorstep because God was having a conversation with his prophet. Anywho, like, that's what I mean. It's weird. That's a wild rabbit hole to go down. We studied a book in college when I was in San Francisco, and it talked about, it said who wrote the Bible, and It was written by some brilliant PhD doctors from all over the world. And their conclusion was at least 4 different people. And they analyzed all the texts. And they were using this name with this like a certain group of people tended to use his name as Yahweh or whatever. There was 4 different versions of his name that were used specifically. So they're thinking that it was actually 4 different gods, and then that it was written by at least 4 different people. And yeah, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the inconsistencies with Jesus as an individual, and then Jesus as his relationship to the entirety of the Bible, which is pretty fucking wild. Which is why, in fact, some denominations of Christianity don't even acknowledge the Old Testament as part of the Bible. They only rock New Testament, which makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? Makes way more sense to me. If you've actually read the Bible and like paid attention, you would probably agree too. Damn. Jesus is speaking through himself, but for God, and he stated several times, whatever is for him is for all of us. I no. See, when it comes to the 10 Commandments, it's a lot of miscommunication behind those. Historically and purely theologically speaking, thou shalt have no other God before me was only for Israel. Yeah, he only chose Israel. He didn't even want God didn't even want anything to do with the other 12 with anyone outside of those 12 tribes of Israel. Or did I get that backwards? No, that's right. Between the Veil, I see you're up on your Bible studies. I like it. We might have to get you on the channel. I can't send you a via Shopify. My bad, brother. K. Linden's Truth. Thoth is my spirit guide. Nice. I tapped into a lot of Thoth energy because I was recording a couple of his audiobooks. I was balls deep into Thoth for a while. Shiva. Don't tap Shiva. I don't believe he wants to be penetrated. Neither does Jesus. That is what he meant by worshiping no other God. If you truly want to channel or manifest, you have to be able to focus. I mean, yeah, it could be that. Or it could be that he wants more power, and the less people that worship him, the less power he gets. The more people that worship him, the more power he gets, which is what the whole point of this conversation was, that we put power into the things that humans put power into what we have attention on. So, of course, if you're a god, you're going to be like, hey, worship me, nobody else. It could also mean what you're saying, and it also in part does mean that. But again, if we're having 2 different conversations if we're talking Jesus and Old Testament Bible, because if you guys are about the Old Testament Bible, that is a way night and day different conversation. Because God did some heinous things in the Old Testament that are not at all in the least godlike, at least as far as all loving all-knowing, all-forgiving. Like, no way. He was roasting people. He was fucking scattering people across the earth and confounding their language so that they couldn't understand one another. Because if they did, they would be like him. Demonstrates time and time again that he doesn't have omniscience, which God should know everything and everything, right? He's God, creator of all. Or it is God, creator of all. But time and time again, God has to come down to earth in his vehicle to see what the humans were up to deliver messages to the human. An all-knowing entity, omniscient entity, doesn't have to come down to earth to let us see what the humans are up to. God specifically says in the Tower of Babel, let us, it has been a while, let us go down and see what man has come up to. And then he goes, lo, upon seeing the Tower of Babel, he goes, lo, look, when man is one language and one tongue, he is like the God. He is able to create anything. He is like the gods. Let us destroy the tower and confound their language. Let's break down their tower and scatter them across the face of the earth and confound their language so that they cannot understand one another. That's the story of Babel, for example. And I ain't about that. I ain't about worshiping a God that does shit like that. It's like, when I brought that up in school, oh, Keith, you're just not reading it the right way. The fuck way am I supposed to read that? Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs? Can't even win a game. You want to talk about the playoffs? Playoffs? You kidding me? You kidding me? Playoffs? That's like a man going up to his woman, punching her in the fucking face, and as she topples over, legs go flying up in the air, skirts flying up in the air, just laid out. And then someone sees her and goes, ma'am, your husband is crazy abusive. He's probably going to kill you. He's a maniac. Call the police. Get out of that relationship. He's the devil incarnate. And she goes, oh, no, you don't understand. It's not really what he meant. He didn't mean it like that. Yeah, he punched me because he loved me. He just, I was gaining too much pride and he didn't like how powerful I was becoming. And so he decided to teach me a lesson about my pride and he punched me in the face. Good. I love him so much. Thank you, husband. I love you even so much more now that you punched me in the face because you really showed me how much pride I had. That's what they taught us as a kid, the Tower of Babel, that the humans were being proud, and that's one of the 7 deadly sins is being proud. And it doesn't even say pride in the Bible. I've read it. I've read that passage. I read it a straight translation from the Jewish Tanakh, King James, all the other versions I could come across. Never did it say anything about pride. It just said God wanted to know what humans were doing. It'd been a while. So he went down with his homies because he always says us. Let us go down there and see what they're doing. Goes down there, goes, oh, fuck, they're killing it. Nah, can't have that. Destroy the tower, spread them across the planet, confound their language so that they can't rise up. Because when human is one voice, that was the most powerful part of that passage. My God, you guys got to read the Tower of Babel. It's like, what is it? All right. I don't want Bible Gateway. I want like the fucking Jewish Tanakh, man. Give me something. Also, if you're going to read the Old Testament, read like a Jewish version, right? Go closer to the source. Don't get no watered down. You're not going to give me the chapter, huh? This is some pretty powerful stuff. This is what I'm trying to... Oh, man. All right, whatever. We'll read it from this. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about here. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used brick instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the whole face of the earth." So this is exactly what they say. This is why they built the tower. Nothing to do with pride. They didn't say we want to be like the gods. That's what they taught us in Catholic school. Well, the humans wanted to be like God, and they were destroyed for their sin of pride. All they say is, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, a tower that reaches to the heavens. So, not so we can be like gods, it says, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. See, it skips so much shit. It doesn't say, come on. Really? What a terrible version. Well, let's read this one and see if we can. So maybe John Smith, you can find me a better one. The Lord said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them. Notice they built that tower specifically so they wouldn't be scattered over the face of the earth. But God says, "Come, let us go down, confuse their language so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from there all over the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there, the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. Come on, man. That sound like some godly shit to do? I can't. So that's why earlier I probably should have been a little clearer. Earlier when I said if someone finds Jesus and their life is for the better, fuck yes, amen. You found it. You did the thing that you needed to do to make yourself happy without stepping on the toes of anyone else. I love it. I'm not a Jesus hater, you guys, by any means. Jesus wasn't destroying people's cities and confounding their language, spreading them across the face of the earth type of shit. Because Jesus was one of those people. Jesus was the person trying to get everyone together to say, hey, love thy neighbor. Hey, could you guys please stop blowing each other the fuck up and love each other? Thanks. Jesus out. That's all Jesus preached. If Jesus would have liked the Old Testament, he wouldn't have changed. He wouldn't have preached out against it. He wouldn't have been standing at the pulpit going, "You guys need to chill the fuck out. Stop taxing people to hell. Get your shit together so we can all come together and love one another." That's what Jesus was saying. And then of course, it was perverted like everything else seems to be. This realm seems to be fucking perversion, man. What the hell is it? Is it the realm itself, or is it just the battle? Is it just the battle of existence, light versus dark? It could be that. It could be both. I don't know. Anywho, yeah, Old Testament. I love reading the Old Testament. I do. Even if I'm lending energy to that twisted ass realm, I do love reading Old Testament because it's quite the story. And if it did really happen, that's some extreme knowledge to know. It's some extreme knowledge to know. I guess you could read it for code. I mean, you could drop a bunch of stones on the ground and read those for code. You know what I mean? If you're a good enough divinationer, in other words, everything's fucking code. If you have for those with eyes to see everything, make yourself a glass of tea, finish drinking the tea, look at the tea leaves at the bottom of the cup, boom, there's your future. Right? There's code in everything if you're tapped in enough. That don't mean we gotta be going to some dirty ass code like the Old Testament to base our beliefs on. I can't. I'm just hating on the Old Testament right now. My bad. Jewish people are probably like, fuck this guy. My bad. Just my opinion. Hope I didn't offend too many people there. And we have Jesus' number in the room right now. 33 people watching. Jesus died at 33. That means Jesus is watching. What up, Jesus? Would love to smoke a bowl with you and chill. When I picture Jesus, I picture him as one who would be down to burn a bowl. He'd be like, yeah, man, I would love nothing better than a tasty, creamy pint of ale. And I'd be like, one fucking goddamn tasty ass pint of wheat ale coming up, Jesus. And he'd be like, don't use my father's name in vain. And I'd be like, my bad. And he'd be like, just kidding. And we'd both laugh and we'd enjoy a pint of ale. That's how I feel the energy of Jesus, who also exorcises demons. So he'd be like, oh, by the way, there's a demon in you. And he'd be like, boop, demon gone. He'd be like, thanks, Jesus, homies. And he'd be like, wiggity, wiggity, wiggity. And we'd do the wiggities. And then we'd, anywho. That's why I feel like it's 2020. I feel as if this time and age, we have it within ourselves. Curation has been the hot topic of discussion lately, hasn't it? To curate our own sense of spirituality, curate our own personal belief system based off of what we feel strongly for. I hate to say it, but if your program balls deep in Christianity, ride that Jesus juice. Ride it. Ride that shit. Ride the Jesus juice. If it works for you, if it manifests for you, if it clears the tension, if it relieves stress, if it brings you peace, if you wake up every day and the sun is a little brighter for it, worship Jesus till the day the cows come home. If Thoth is for you, if Hathor is for you, if the Buddhist way is for you, if plant spirits, plant sciences, and shamanistic work, if that's for you, like, ride it, baby. Do it up. Just make sure the energy that we're tapping into is like is a healthy one from start to finish. Because some of them are pretty dark, man. Some of those gods out there, some of them are pretty heinous. Unless you're a heinous ass dude. If you're a heinous ass dude, then by all means, man, do it up. Do what you gotta do. I ain't here. It's your world. I'm just school trying to get a net, as they say. That was quite the ramble. So. I see Smith got another emoji thrown his way. Nice. Where we at? Shakespeare, The World's a Stage. Yes. His name was Yeshua, translated to 666, was translated from Greek letters. They have an alphanumerical alphabet. The letters that 666 was translated from was Chi Zeta Sigma equals Jesus, who was also the morning star, and Lucifer is the star of the morning. Lucifer, star of the morning, I'm going to chase you off the earth. Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if Jesus was like the antonym for, I don't know. But yeah, they're both called star of the morning, son of the morning. So son of the morning, sun is a star, son of the morning, star of the morning star, Venus. Lucifer is known as Venus, right? Venus is also the morning star. Thoth actually describes himself as the morning star if you watch Emerald Tablets. Yeah. He said, pray in his name, and all this time they've been saying Jesus, not Yeshua. Ooh, good point, Harold Johnson. Good point. Yeah, that's another inconsistency. Why would God send us all here to only have one chosen group? There's just, yeah. Spooks. Damn. Bodhi dropping it. Fire from Thaumaturgy. What's up, man? How's it going? Nice to see you. Like those kind buds, man. Can't stick around. Just thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Glad you like the girls too. Look how nice they are, you guys. What the heck? Oh, that makes me so happy. These are such nice buds too. Well, that makes me happy. The tribes of Israel are the mitochondria of this cell we call Earth. What? That doesn't make sense. The tribes of Israel existed in like one tiny ass country on the planet, in just the Near East. Mitochondria are spread out through the entire body. So if you're trying to compare the tribes of Israel as they existed in the Old Testament when they were written about to mitochondria, I don't know if I can buy that. If you were making an anatomically correct comparison, I would say that the tribes of Israel were like I almost said something that would have been super offensive. My bad. Sorry. Sometimes I talk too much shit. Never mind. We're moving on. Master Enki, Lord of Magicians, some Necronomicon. We're gonna have to get you on the channel, Fire from Thaumaturgy. I like the one-liners you drop. I can tell you're into some shit. I can tell. That was the Anunnaki, afraid of humans rising up and working together. Hell yeah, it sounds more like the Anunnaki. 110. 110. Agent Smith. Ooh, really? Spirit Science has an Anunnaki movie that ties the creation story, Babel story, and the flood into the Anunnaki coming to Earth. I love that. Can you link us, please, to that video? I would like to read that. I really would. Cheers, G. Natural by nature. Ask me that question again when I catch up with the questions. Kelsey, let's do it. You know who's dope? Lord Ganesha, my guy. See, Hildegard. I just had an idea. I just had an apostrophe, as Shmi would say. Mish dash me. All right, check it out. What if we had a plant spirit celebration and we got all the plant spirits relevant to our favorite deities? Let's get Jesus in there. So Jesus would have frankincense and myrrh because the three kings brought Jesus the frankincense and myrrh and some gold. So let's say we brought some gold, we got some booty, some frankincense and myrrh for Jesus. I don't know what Ganesh likes. We get his favorite things. Get our favorite indigenous, whatever ayahuasca's into, and then have a group manifestation ceremony to have a moment with these energies in the same setting. Like, could you imagine chilling and having a beer with Ganesh and Jesus at the same time? Man, is that something that we could tap into on these plant experiences, these plant spirits? You know what I mean? Like we're talking about before this, we're talking heavily on, does it always have to be about healing? Are there other types of containers we can have for these plant spirits? I don't know. Latoya, what up? Celtic Druids. Nice. What made you say Celtic Druids, Len? You want to see what we're drying out? Or are Lucifer and Jesus twins? Bum, bum, bum. Plot twist. Hermetically speaking, Jesus and Lucifer are identical. They only vary in their degree of manifestation, yet Jesus and Lucifer are the same exact thing. They're both sons of God, both sons of the morning. The only difference was Jesus manifested at a degree that was of the light, whereas Lucifer manifested as a degree of the dark. Akin to saying there's no difference between 100 degrees and Fahrenheit and 0 degrees Fahrenheit. You're still measuring degrees of Fahrenheit. The only difference is where on the scale are you measuring? Are you measuring and focusing at 0, or are you focusing at 100? You could say maybe Jesus and Lucifer are the same thing in that. And that mindset would sort of allow you to rise above the swing of the pendulum. That's sort of what they're getting at when they say it's your job to rise above the swing of the pendulum. No, that's a sweet text message. Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm going to chase you out the earth. Have you guys heard that song? You guys know that song? You guys should listen to it. I'm gonna put on my iron vest. Can't remember how it goes. All right, Fire. I'll hit you up if I can remember it. I need your email though. Thank you for the link, Smith. What up, Sochi? Can you show us what you're painting, or is it still too soon? Thank you for posting. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, I would love it if you did. You can do it through the Patreon. Smith is posting links. I have my own Etsy shop. I make beeswax candles and essential oils, and to sell some plants, white sage seeds, frankincense seeds, resin, chocolate resin kits, oils and shit, a bunch of things. And if you subscribe to my Patreon, you get discounts from the Etsy shop, or you can just donate through the Cash App. I think that's there, or hit the join button and join somebody. There's a whole bunch of ways you guys could help support the channel, and I appreciate you guys for even considering to do them. Hessa and Len K were some of the first to join up to the YouTube community, and thank you guys for that. Yeah. Are you? But I've been about that Druid life too, Len K. I bought their the trees that the Druids all worshipped, and I guess their calendar year starts on November 1st. So I got a book, and I'm gonna start going with the year and doing little plant rituals and shit. I'm super excited. So maybe we're on the path together, Len K. Jay-Z remixed what? Sure, send it to me on Instagram. Do I follow you on Instagram? That is the question. Are we gonna check that? And then we're gonna call it because the Dodger game is on and I'm missing it. I'm missing the Dodger game, you guys. I said toast. La 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 la. Boom 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 boom. All right, I'm opening my Instagram. Let's see if I got anything from you. No. My Instagram is Man of Letters Official. Any other questions before we take off, you guys? Any more questions? All right. Well, before Sochi's IG photo comes in, private tarot readings are up. One-on-ones, private tarot readings. Hit me up to my Instagram or my email. I have a website. Fuck that I gotta finish. I gotta write the bio for it. But Shargin's been hammering away at it for us. So we'll have an official. We'll have our official website up. But in the meantime, email is open. Instagram is open for one-on-ones or for tarot readings. And we'll work out the deets in there. Thank you for supporting the Etsy shop. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Sochi just got us some stuff on the Instagram. Oh, Jay-Z remixed that? Oh, he did remix that song, didn't he? Yeah, he did. All right, I'm opening my Instagram. Continue as Man of Letters Official. Yes, please. Notifications, not now. Homies. Yeah. Youngs and Dolphin? Is that you, Youngs and Dolphin? Oh, wait, here's our messages. I don't see him in here. Damn. You guys want to know something trippy? Check this out. Screen share. I go to open my direct or my messages, and there's nothing in the primary. So I'm like, oh, general. I forget to check the general messages every once in a while, and I don't get updated for them. So sometimes they sit forever like this. 50 weeks ago, I got a message from someone, Venus Morning Star. Spooks. Yeah, they are shot callers dealing with chaos magic 100%. Sorry, Sochi, I'm having trouble seeing your picture though, so you might have to call it on that. I think. Oh wait, we got a request. Oh, this is you. You followed my Instagram a long time ago, and I didn't follow back, did I? My bad. Huh, that's funny. All right. My bad. All right, let's see. Let's see how I can show you this without showing you all my other freaking messages, which I'm definitely not trying to do. Oh, I can't show. Oh, Sochi can't. I can't show it because I have to open it from my phone. And but I can see. I'll describe it to you guys. It's a lovely face, crying blue tears. Whoa. Dope. Damn, that's a big ass painting too. But it's super cool. Look at that paint setup you got too. You got all kinds of nice. If you guys want pictures, hit up your girl Sochi Smith for she's taking commissions. Support the fam. Hit her up, DM. Nice. I like it. Okay. She went through. Thanks for sharing. I know how painters don't like to share their photos before their their paintings before they're done. So thank you for doing that. That's it though. That's it. I'll speak with you guys shortly. Yeah, we do have a Discord. Yeah, click on the Discord link. Click on the Discord link. All right. Thank you kindly, everyone, for being here and lending me your ears. Sad to part. Until next time. Goodbye for me and the girls. Where's she at? Yeah.